Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Feast Week here on NSN, Game 3 of our basketball games this week. We are in Palestine today for a girls' matchup between the Palestine Lady Wildcats and the Lindale Lady Eagles. Hello, everyone. I'm Brett Swinney. Alongside me today, I've got Keith Whitman to my left and intern Claire to my right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome.
Welcome. Whoa, can you hear me? Welcome. What's up?
I can. We got a full crew here today. Got Isaiah behind us working the camera. Should be a really good matchup. Both of these teams are NetSN teams for basketball. We cover both of them, so it's a good chance to see them early and see what they got going. Lindale overall right now is 4-3 on the season. Palestine at 4-5. There's a pretty good player here on Lindale. Marley Keith's a pretty good player. Keith got to see her a lot last year. She's committed somewhere. I'll have to look up to see where exactly she has committed, but a very good ball player. Palestine's going to need to contain her to stay in this game.
Yeah, and Lindale themselves is a good team, but yeah, Marley is a good. She's a senior guard, 5'7". She's got good height, a good shot, and yeah, Palestine's going to have to come at her a little bit different tonight than most teams are, or than most teams that they face. So they're going to have to do a little bit different on how to guard her.
All right, Claire. Bands. Give us some band information on these two teams. I know you got some for us.
Well, I will say Lindale's band is absolutely phenomenal. Lindale got first this year in the 4A state marching band. I did have them placed at first. I did have Lindale placed at first, but I also had Chapel Hill placed at second, but they unfortunately got fifth. Lindale's band, absolutely phenomenal. Now, Palestine, I'm not really sure about their band. I do know they have a great flute section,
okay,
but they're going to lose quite a few seniors this year, so next year we'll see how it lies.
Okay,
Our resident band aficionado for NetSN, intern Claire.
So we look down the rosters here, guys. Palestine's got some young players and some seniors, so they got a mixture. You've got 3 freshmen, 2 juniors, and 3 seniors coming back here for Coach Nichols this year. Lindale's got when I see on their roster, guys, I see a lot of size.
I do.
5'11", 5'10", 6'1", 5'10". So they've got 3 girls that are 5'10" or taller, and that's a big advantage when you have that kind of size.
It really is, but you also look at, I'm looking at the amount of players, the bench depth on Lindale versus Palestine.
Right.
You know, you're looking at about, I think, 7 versus, I believe, 12 for Palestine, 7 versus the 12 on Lindale's side. So that you got a little bit more depth, more fresh legs for Lindale coming in. And so, yeah, younger team maybe for the Palestine side, but when you have more players that are able to come in and run in and out and sub in and out, it's gonna later down the road in the game, it's gonna come into a factor, I believe.
Yeah, it's a good mixture too for Lindale. You got some seniors mixed in, some juniors, sophomores, even a freshman there. So they've got all classifications accounted for here for Lindale. You got about 5 minutes of tip-off, and again, I hope everyone's enjoying their holiday week off. Maybe if you're off, some of you may be at work. If you're tuning in, thanks for tuning in. Just keep us on there to the side. You can still do your work.
Yes, as school people, we don't realize that other people work during holiday week. What's work?
I don't know what that is. I hadn't worked a Thanksgiving week in probably 15 years, Keith.
Yeah, me too. Intern Claire's off from school this week, so she doesn't understand that. Yeah, she's there. So I mean. But no, we do appreciate everybody that's joining us today, and we're able to travel and be able to bring this to everyone.
It's a nice setup here in Palestine, nice facilities. They got a nice little perch for our man Isaiah behind us to set up on.
And we got to bring some basketball games yesterday.
Yeah.
Intern Claire and I got to Douglas, traveled all the way over to Douglas, and talk about a nice facility. Douglas is a smaller school, but a very beautiful gymnasium that they have there. We set up there, and Douglas versus Hawkins, a great basketball game. 2 fantastic programs for those 2 schools. Hawkins came back. Douglas was winning the entire game pretty much, and Hawkins came back and won it in literally the final 2 minutes of the ball game. But good there. And you had a game, I believe, at Brook Hill yesterday.
I did.
Brett.
It was a good one. They had an overtime game in Brook Hill as the Lady Guard fell in overtime to the Torino Lady Owls, and Torino's good. They're a really good team. I think what they're going to have trouble with is Brook Hill is their depth. They got to stay out of foul trouble. They had a couple girls foul out.
Right.
If Coach Hubbard can get them rolling, they're going to be tough.
So we are excited to have basketball back. It's a lot. This is my first year to do basketball with NetSN, so I have got to get used to the fast pace of basketball. I'm used to baseball, softball, football.
It's a little faster.
And it's a little bit faster. It's more movement, and so just a little bit different. But I love basketball. Love being able to call it and being inside, where you're not cold. When baseball season comes up, it's a mixture. Start off when cold, and then it gets hot and you're sweating. So it's kind of nice right now.
It is. It's nice. Nice weather today, though. It's nice, little cool front coming in, but it's definitely a nice weather today.
Very much. And we've got about 2 minutes and 38 seconds left before tip-off, and the players getting their last few shots in on both sides. Crowds still coming in. Got a good crowd behind us on Palestine's side. Lindale has a good crowd traveling here to Palestine to see their Lady Eagles play. And
I got
about this.
We have our man CM is watching. Corey's watching. He says Marley has committed to ETBU. So
East Texas Baptist
there you
University.
Go. So thanks for the info, Corey. I know.
So he's actually up doing something today?
He's working today, unfortunately. That's why he's not here today.
He has a job?
Yeah, he has to work sometimes, unfortunately, I think. Yeah.
Look at that.
I know.
Well, at least he's doing something productive.
Corey will be back with me next week. We got a good one on Tuesday. It's going to be Martins Mill and Hawkins.
Nice. That's
so
going
it
to
should be a really good matchup
That's a good
next
one.
week. So,
and Hawkins has a big old boy in the middle. You got to look for. It's Hallman. He's a big number 14. He's a big man in the middle. And Connor, their point guard, is pretty good at moving that ball around. So y'all gonna have a good one. I don't know much about Martin Mills, but I do know Hawkins is a good.
Martins Mill, they don't rebuild, they reload. Martins Mill. They got basketball players just out in the street. They just pick them up.
They just grab them on the way to school.
Yeah, Coach Jenkins has a really good program out there. We'll actually be covering their tournament here in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So that'll be a lot of fun. A lot of good ball teams that will come in and play. So.
Well, that's good. And
I will say something, and something I noticed last night. There's 3 refs today, so that's good. Kyle and I last in Brook Hill had 2 referees, and it was like a wrestling match out there, Keith.
And I wanted to ask you, you talk about referees, but I wanted to ask you, and you mentioned yesterday, we have some new rules coming in this year, and you were talking about with the fouls.
Yes. So
I didn't know. Kind of tell us all about the fouls that are different this year.
So basically, in the past, you had your fouls that reset at halftime. You would go at 7, you would be in the bonus. You would go 1 and 1, and then at 10, you'd shoot 2 the rest of the way. Well, they've kind of gone with the NBA and college, I guess, the women's college game rule, where they reset at the quarter, but there's no more 1 and 1. So you get 5 team fouls. Once you hit 5, you shoot the rest of the quarter
at 2.
At 2 shots, so no more 1 and 1s. Yeah.
Wow. That changes the dynamic of the game big time on how you do on the inside underneath the goal, how your big players, or how aggressive that you want to play underneath.
All right, so looks like they're gonna go straight to start here. So we'll see who we got starting today.
Looks like. Well, I know for the tip-off for Lindale is Felicity. Is that theme?
Theme.
Is that how you?
That's what we're gonna go with.
Is that what we're gonna go with?
If we have someone
Claire,
else,
do you agree with that pronunciation, ma'am?
I think it is theme.
Okay.
If someone knows on that's watching, let us know.
And then Kira Dennis is jumping for the Lady Wildcats.
So tip off here in Palestine, and we're underway. And Lindale will get the opening tip. Going to start in little 2-3 Oh, a little trap defense here. Lindale's going to work it around. Ooh, nice look inside. Ooh, no good there for Lee. They're going to try to use their size. Forced it in there that time. Palestine was able to get a hand on it, but Lindale back on it.
That was Gianna Johnson with the tip.
Keith for three. Bang.
It was a good shot by Marley Keith.
You can't leave her that wide open. She's going to hit that most of the time. Lindale's going to start out in a man-to-man pressure here. Nice drive there by Johnson. Couldn't get anything to go. Good defense by Lindale. Ooh, man, they're giving the shot there to Payne, and over to a compadre Thiem for the bucket. So far, 5 points for Lindale. What are you guys seeing so far at Lindale?
I'm seeing forcing it underneath, getting the ball around pretty well. Getting it to the open people that they need to get it to.
Ooh, nice flash. Ooh, rejected. Denied by Lee.
Yeah, Abigail Lee makes a good block on that one and not slapping a hand at all.
Ooh, fed inside there, and Thiem couldn't come up with it. Palestine's on the run. Layup, no good there for Day. Got to make those. Claire, we call those bunny shots.
Bunny shots?
Bunny shots. Whenever you lay them up and it should be an easy make, got to make those.
And a bad pass by Marley Keith. She tried to force it underneath.
Yep. And Lindale's going to pick up the foul. That foul is going to be charged to Allie Davenport. Her first team foul of the quarter. And
I want to give Brianna Price. She did a good job of watching that one in and slapping that down for the steal and the turnover for the Palestine Lady Cats.
Never heard bunny shots, huh?
No, I'm not.
FFA person, I want to throw that at you there.
You know, I did basketball in 5th grade.
In 5th grade, yeah.
5th grade.
Okay.
Never made a shot.
Well, you know, it's all about effort, right?
I ducked when my friend Bailey threw me the ball. I ducked.
Well, you really can't score if you don't try to catch it.
We got bunny shots and ducks.
So a steal there by Payne. She's able to get her hand in the passing lane. And Lindale will set up. Keith looks inside, couldn't connect with Lee. Tough. Good look there, but just couldn't find her. So Palestine looking to try to get on the board here early. Drive in, no good there on the drive by Johnson.
We got a jump ball, Brett.
Ooh.
And that's
going to go to Palestine.
Johnson goes right out from out of bounds after missing that layup and just tries to get that ball back.
What did she just miss, Claire?
A bunny shot.
There you go. There you go. You're learning quick.
She is a quick learner.
Yeah, Palestine's had several easy ones there. They gotta have those. Keith deflects it, and Johnson is able to handle it. Ooh, nice cut.
Good try inside to Dennis, but that's going to be number 24, I believe, Ella Hutchins, who knocked that one away out of bounds.
Yeah, the freshman coming in playing good defense.
It's a good job.
6-1 at that.
Yeah, Brianna Price is going to go out. And trying to see who's coming in for her, but couldn't quite see.
Ooh, Keith with a steal. She looks to push. And
that's
foul.
Foul.
Yep, foul charge there to number 3. Mawika Day, her first. First of the quarter for Palestine.
I keep forgetting, Brett. They have a scoreboard.
They have a jumbo scoreboard of
I feel
us.
like I'm at American Airlines Center. I got to look in the middle of the.
Hey, we're going to go there later this year. Oh, off the side of the glass there for Payne.
Just couldn't quite get it.
And Hughes looks to run.
And Palestine's doing a good job of moving the ball around the key. They just can't get it in the basket.
Yeah, they got to find that hole. Oh, rejected.
But a good follow-up rebound, however, by Hughes. A 3-point shot.
And that's good defense there. Lee's been a presence inside so far. Keith looking for an open player, finds the freshman again. She hits the bucket this time.
And a good shot by the 6'1" freshman, Hutchins.
She stepped out, made the outside.
Yeah, just a little tight jump shot there.
It's good skill. Oh, Keith looking for a steal, got a piece, playing great defense, and she steals it from her.
Kind of toys with her a little bit.
Oh, a lot of contact, no call. She just pulls up, and it's going to be long. And the rebound won over there by Johnson.
Ooh, she lost that. She better pass that off.
Get it to your guard. That's one of those things. Our coach would get up. You better find that guard. You get the big guy dribbling the floor. That's not what you want. Three-pointer up. A little long for Johnson, and Keith corrals it. Oh, nice look inside.
And a good play.
Man, Payne found Lee and just couldn't make that shot, Claire.
Sydney Hughes does a good
shot.
Yeah,
bunny shot.
there
Good
we
job.
go.
And that's going to be a foul.
Ooh, who they charge that to?
24, that's going to be on Hutchins.
It's her first.
Yeah.
Second team foul of the quarter. I got to get used to the quarter thing. I'm used to
Correct.
saying of the half.
The half, right.
So I'm trying to really work on that. So Palestine looking to get a point here. Ooh, nice hook.
And Lindale playing that man-to-man defense. It's a little bit different than what you see usually. You usually see a little either a 2-1-2 or a 2-3 zone.
They're going to go full court pressure now. Palestine extends their defense.
And Palestine yet to get on the board.
Nice cross-court pass by Keith. Drive in and a finish there by Hutchins. Bucket 2 for Hutchins. She's got 4 early. So, Claire, I want to ask you a question.
I probably have an answer.
So, used to back in the day when I played, everybody had team shoes. Now everybody's got their own shoes. So, as a block there by Hutchins, what's your take on the shoes out there?
Well, as you
What's
see,
your favorite?
Lindale's got team shoes.
Oh, they do have team shoes. You're
They're
right.
number 21
So
shoes
my
for
school-
Palestine, though.
Do you remember those shoes from yesterday? Those
I do. Same shoes. Sorry, but yeah.
Most teams do have team shoes, but it really just depends on what the coach picks. My school, we do have team shoes.
Ooh, Hutchins in there. Nice bucket again. She's got 6 now.
But I'm loving the bright colors.
We got a timeout by Palestine, Brett.
Yeah, coach is going to take a timeout. All right, so which shoes are your favorite?
I don't know. I think I gotta go number 21.
Well, all of Palestine has some very colorful, bright shoes.
And maybe it was like, okay, we're not going to have team shoes. Just pick some bright ones.
Yeah, bright ones.
Yeah, just find the brightest.
It's different the way the teams have. I was thinking they all had different ones, but then now that you have Lindale, you can see they're all matching.
Yeah, it looks like they do. I didn't know, I always thought that the teams did have, you had shoes.
It's been a while since I played, Keith, but we did have team shoes back in the day.
Yeah, even football had team shoes. I don't even know if they do that anymore.
I will say we had cons back when I was and they weren't the old cons back when I was a kid.
Right.
The newer version of cons. And I tore through those like, I probably had 3 or 4 pairs a season because they just didn't hold up very well.
You had Pumas at times because Puma was something back then.
More soccer, I think, right?
Yeah. Well, no, they had a little football at time too.
Okay.
And Palestine has it.
So now Palestine, a rejection.
That was
Hutchins again with a rejection. Lindale looks to run.
I mean, when you're 6'1" and everybody else is averaging not 6'1".
Yeah. It's an advantage. That's size. You can't teach size.
No, you can't.
So 11-0 lead for Lindale here. A little jump shot. Nothing but the bottom for Pierce.
And Pierce just turns around at the free throw line and says, well, if you're going to give me the shot, I'm going to take it right there.
It's almost one of those free throws area, Keith.
Oh. Are you going to look at him? Yes, thank you. Claire gives me that same look every day.
Nice deflection there by Pierce. Good defense.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that gets that look.
That's okay. I'll take it. I'll give it back to her. I ain't scared. I ain't got to go home with her. You taking her home with you.
Yeah. I kind of have to. It's in the paperwork.
Nice drive.
Oh.
Ooh, nowhere to go as you run into that tall Hutchins. She's going to get a reach there.
And I think that's going to be her second foul.
Yeah, something that you're going to have to teach the youngster. She had played really good defense.
Yeah.
But you can't reach in there and pick up those cheap fouls.
You know, one thing I've seen, Brett, and Claire can probably attest to it because she saw it yesterday, is these referees early in the season are letting a little bit more action, a little bit roughness going on.
They're letting them go, letting them play a little bit
more. Claire, can you attest? I mean, you saw that yesterday. We were watching Douglas and Hawkins.
I mean, yeah, that felt like a really fast game to me yesterday.
They were just letting them play. They weren't calling as many fouls.
Well,
and now that I say that, they're going to start calling fouls.
Announcer jinx. That's going to be
announcer jinx. Just
Pierce.
made it happen.
Pierce is going to pick up the foul. That's her first. That's the 14th foul. So next foul for Lindale will be free throws for Palestine here. 1 minute to go in the first quarter.
And I think Coach Nichols is trying to let his girls know that.
Oh, we got a kick.
And a kick.
Ooh.
Changed sports there for a second. And that was Wiggins. I think Nala Wiggins was doing that. And we have a time.
Let's see what we got. I think they're going to fix the clock. I think maybe the clock kept going.
Yeah. Or they didn't start it.
No, I think it was too much because
it kept going.
We only had a minute 7 a second ago, and then all of a sudden it was at 50.8.
Well, as a former table person, I understand that happens.
So Palestine still has not scored in this first quarter.
And
excellent defense by Lindale.
And they're keeping them away. They're keeping them up at the top of the key.
Ooh, nice behind the back by Hughes. 3 in the corner. Bang! There it is. Wiggins for 3.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're going to start out, hey, why not go ahead and hit the 3?
And a little press by Palestine, and a good job.
Nice defense, and they saved it, but saved it right to Lindale. Unfortunately, tough shot there by Bedoin, I guess. How you going? Bedoin? Okay, we'll go with Bedoin.
We apologize if we butchered that.
It's okay. They'll let us know.
I was going to say Boudin, but that's not it.
3 up at the horn, off the mark, and no good for Elise Pierce.
That was a good try on that. It looked like it was on, but it was just short, and a good first half.
Well, first quarter.
First quarter.
Don't date us too quickly.
Sorry.
Through 1 quarter play here in Palestine. Palestine trails Lindale 13-3 right here on NSN. Back here on NSN, Lindale with a good start. They lead 13-3 through 1 quarter. Claire, what are your thoughts so far?
I feel like the refs are letting some people get away with some things.
Oh, and a steal there early for Janaea Johnson. She kicks it over to her teammate, Price, and couldn't finish. Hey, you should have seen last night's game in Brook Hill, though. It was like a basic wrestling match.
Really?
I mean, it was really rough. Ooh, nice inbound play there. And the foul's going to be called.
You call that on 25, Brett.
Yeah, Elise Potts.
Alyssa Potts.
Alyssa Potts.
Sophomore, 5'9".
So at the line for Palestine is going to be Nadia Wiggins, and first free throw is good.
So right off the bat, Brad, the Lady Eagles get a foul in this quarter.
Nice rebound there for Potts. And they break the pressure. Ooh, somebody didn't tell her.
Steal.
Somebody didn't say Wolf from behind there. You got to tell your guards when someone's coming. Lindo does get it back. Ball loose on the ground, and it's a scrum for it.
A jump ball. That's going to be for Palestine.
Nice hustle by those Lady teams. Got some subs. Will be Davenport and Keith back in for Lindale.
And notice, Brett, Lindale plays a little half-court press, mainly with Marley Keith.
Yeah.
Putting a little pressure on that point guard.
Yes, if you don't take care of the ball, she will take it from you. She's already done it a few times.
Good passing by the Wildcats, moving it around the top of the key to try to find an underneath player.
They're being real patient, trying to get that good look, and just couldn't find the rim there.
Well, it's hard to find somebody underneath when they're all at the top of the key.
Yeah.
Nobody's moving underneath. The play wasn't progressing like they wanted it to.
They got a decent looking shot, but Hughes just couldn't find the rim there. So they're going to pressure up, try to force a turnover. Lindale easily breaks the press there. Shot off the mark.
And that was a good rebound by Johnson.
She's going to push it. Ooh. Jumper in the lane, no good for Hughes.
Tried to do a little fadeaway jumper there.
There's like a lid on that rim down there.
They're just not, they're making good shots. They have good open sight line. They just can't make the shot fall.
A little tough shot for Keith.
And they're making good rebounds.
Yep.
So they're getting the ball back.
Here goes Hughes. Oh, good look inside to Johnson. No good on that first one. She's going to draw a foul. Foul's going to be charged to number 32, Mackenzie Bodone. How do we decide we're going to say that?
Bedoin.
Bedoin?
I'm guessing. I'm not quite sure.
How about Mackenzie?
Mackenzie, that's what we're going to do. Number 32, Mackenzie.
So that's her first foul. Second team foul of the quarter.
Number 32, Gianna Johnson is going to be at the free throw line. I believe she made that first one.
Yep. First one was good. Johnson, 2 of 2 for Johnson.
Beautiful free throw shots.
Claire, why don't we call those free throws?
Because they're just given to you for free.
They're free. You've got to make free throws. Big, important. As they're trying to get a sub in, looks like. They made the free throw, so there should have been a sub opportunity.
Well, and they're not buzzing the horn like they should. And the refs are supposed to be watching the table.
Keith all the way in, drops it off, and no good on the finish from Potts.
And Palestine is extremely good at making rebounds, I'll tell you that.
Ooh, nice drive from Hughes, and she's going to draw another foul. So they're going to shoot a lot of free throws if they keep doing this.
Cortland Pierce on that foul.
Foul charge to Pierce, her first. That's the third team foul of the quarter. Yes.
And I believe that's going to be Sydney Hughes at the line.
And she is good on the first.
And so I don't believe Lindale has made a bucket yet this quarter.
No, it was 13-3. They've got a 4-0 run for Palestine, and they've done it at the free throw line, a lot of it here.
Which, hey.
So what they're doing is they're attacking the basket, Keith.
Yeah.
And forcing Lindale to have to either play really good defense or foul, and they've fouled several times. And so,
but they're also making, and I keep going back to this, but this is a key to basketball, is they're rebounding the ball. Lindale's not making the shots, and they're down there. They're getting underneath the basket, and they're rebounding that ball. Good job.
Ball's loose. Lindale picks it up, and they got bailed out there, I think.
And that's going to be a free throw visit.
Yep. Alyssa Potts will go to the line. Fouls charged to number 10. Nala Wiggins, her first.
And that's nothing but air on that one.
Whew. And a little long. That's usually what happens on that second one. You hit air ball, you adjust and go long. So 0 for 2 at the line.
And once again, Palestine makes the rebound and gets the ball.
Ooh, nice hands from Keith. She plays hard on D.
She does. She goes all out on game days, and I'm sure she's exhausted by the end of it.
Oh, they're young. They can play all day, right?
I mean, I get exhausted just watching.
Yeah. Ooh, tough shot.
But she follows it up and gets the rebound.
Yeah, Day did a good job there. Ooh, and
yeah, that's going to go back.
Miscommunication there from Palestine. And Hughes and Dennis, neither one of them wanted the ball. What's the most important thing on the court, Claire?
The ball.
The ball, right? If you don't know where the ball is, you're in trouble.
So this clock goes off. Abigail Lee comes in for the Lindale Lady Eagles.
Oh, nice dribble in. Lindale swinging the ball around. Shot up. That's going to be an air ball. Nice defense and a foul.
And they're going to call that on Lindale.
Yep, it'll be on Lydia Payne, her first, 4th team foul. So the next foul, we're halfway through the second quarter here, Keith, and Palestine's shooting free throws the rest of the way anytime Lindale fouls them. So we'll keep an eye on that. That's what's got them back in the game so far.
And it really has, and it's interesting to watch because Lindale has always been extremely aggressive, and that's what I told you at the beginning is this new foul calls and how they're calling them is tough for these aggressive teams such as Lindale.
Palestine taking their time, working the offense here, trying to get the look that they want. Drive, nice pull-up shot, no good for Price. And Lindale rebounds and looks to push it up here. Ooh.
Lindale good on the transition there, trying to find a good job on the pass.
They've done a good job of hitting that soft spot in the zone. There's a 3 up for Lindale. That's off the mark for Davenport. That little soft spot in the zone, Keith, has been at that free throw line there. Yeah. They've been able to find it a few times.
And a good job. That was Allie Davenport making a good job to make that turnover.
Keith all the way in, no good. And rebound, looks like off Palestine.
And that looked like, yeah.
I thought it was off Palestine, but
Brent,
what you got?
We talked about in the first quarter, Palestine couldn't find the bucket. It just wouldn't go in. There was a cover over it. I think it's switched baskets.
Did they move the cover?
I think they moved the cover to the Lindale side.
It's very possible. We're 3 minutes to go here in the half, and Lindale's yet to score. As Keith with the steal, and still no good.
What was that, Claire?
A missed bunny throw.
Yeah. Oh, rejected by Theme.
But Lindale is getting the sights. They're getting the shots. They're making the plays. They just can't get that bucket in there. Having that issue.
I'm about to go check at halftime and check these buckets out, make sure the ball can go through.
Yeah.
Oh no, something's going on there.
A little plexiglass over it or something.
Ooh, tried to get it inside to Wiggins and they couldn't. So Lindale trying to get it inside. They've done a good job of getting into their post players today.
And now Lindale doing a good job of moving the ball around the.
Oh, there it is. Oh, nice pull up and buckets right there at the free throw line. Lydia Payne for 2.
And Payne did the same thing Pierce did earlier. If they're going to leave that shot wide open on the free throw line, that's going to be there all day.
Yep.
And Coach Devonshire is going to see that, I'm sure, and going to make that a priority throughout the rest of the game.
So 15-8, just under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Palestine continues to be patient in their offense here.
And that was Lindale's first bucket of the quarter.
Yep.
And we're a minute 45 left in the half.
Got to get more movement here on the offense. They're gonna get a setup here.
Lindale doing a good job of keeping them in front of themselves, though.
Drive baseline, kick out, 3 from the corner, good to lefty.
Beautiful.
Nala Wiggins for 3.
Beautifully run play by Palestine. Set that up. Wolf. Nobody called Wolf.
And the coach did. The coach did.
Coach called timeout.
He called timeout. Wolf.
Good job.
So with 1:17 left here in the half, Lindale leads 15-11. Got a good one right here on NSN. Don't go anywhere.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Back here on Edison, 1:17 left here. 4-point lead for Lindale as they've been shut down to 2 points this quarter. Palestine's defense has been pretty good, but Lindale again is just can't find that bucket. They've had a couple of good shots, they just weren't able to find them. Keith looking for some help, and she gets frustrated and throws a pass errantly over Thiem.
When she got trapped by Wiggins and Day over there in that corner of the key, she just couldn't get out of it.
Yep. And Lindale now back on D. Palestine, Keith, has done a good job of getting their offense set up and getting what they want. Oh, that was an easy bunny there for Janiah Johnson. And Lindale with just over 30 seconds to go in the half, see if they can score before the half. You got to wonder if Coach Devonshire wants to take the last shot.
Well, and it looks like they are. They're going to move it around.
They're going to settle. Yep. Ooh, a lot of contact there.
I was wondering if they were going to call that.
That's
because Johnson put a little hip in that one. She
Gianna Johnson.
Yeah.
That's her first.
I watched. She stepped into
that. Was it like a hip check? Wasn't it like a hockey move?
Yeah, she did a little hip check.
So
she did that with what we call authority.
17 seconds to go here. And
that's
Lindale,
how I used to play basketball.
I could see that. You know.
Which I have respect for.
So 5 seconds to go. Lindale needs to get a shot up. Keith's going to heave one. It's off to the left. And that's going to do it here for the first half. 15-11.
Wow.
Thoughts?
We'll let Claire go first on her thoughts of how that went.
What are you thinking, Claire?
I feel like this game is going really fast.
It was. There was a lot of up and down pace. Not a lot of timeouts called. They'll hold their timeouts for later.
You know, with Lindale only getting 2 points this game and Palestine getting, what, 8?
Yeah, so we'll go down. Speaking of that, let's talk scoring, okay? So you're right. There was 13 points in the first quarter for Lindale and only 2 in the second. On the other hand, for Palestine, they only had 3 points in the first quarter.
And 8 in the second quarter.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a tale of 2 quarters.
It is. And you also got to look at the way that, you know, Lindale couldn't – both teams, in my opinion, in how they run the ball, Palestine does a good job of moving the ball and setting it up, but it takes a lot of time off the board. They didn't attack the board. They didn't attack the goal. I think the score would have been dramatically different in the second quarter if they would have attacked it like they did in the first quarter.
So let me say what I think was the key. When Ella Hutchins got her second foul, she had 6 points early. She was playing really good inside, was kind of had control over the paint. She goes out, and they kind of struggled inside after that. Something that I noticed. I know she didn't start, but she came in and gave them a really good jolt off the bench. She leads Lindale with 6 points. Marley Keith has 3. Elise Pierce has 2. Lydia Payne has 2, and Felicity Thiem has 2. For Palestine, you have Sydney Hughes with 2. Nalia Wiggins with 4. She leads Palestine. Nadia Wiggins has 3, and Gianna Johnson has 2.
Yeah.
So kind of spread out there for Palestine, and you have Hutchins that had most of the points for Lindale.
Right. But you had Lindale attacking in the second quarter and unable to make the shots. They were forcing it because Palestine was making their shots. They were buying their time. They were letting their plays develop and doing good. it was a switch. They switched in the second quarter. In the first quarter, Lindale was doing that. They were buying their time. They were letting things develop, and they were making the plays. And then all of a sudden, it just swapped. However, the difference that I see is this: Palestine rebounds better. Palestine's there. They can get the ball. Lindale misses a shot. Palestine's there. They get the ball. They're on the transition faster. Palestine shoots the ball. They cover it better. They run up. They follow their shots. They're rebounding. In my opinion, in this game, it's going to come down to, as long as Palestine continues what they're doing and rebounds the ball and transitions, that could be the key. Now, if Lindale comes out and starts blocking out, doing what they have to do when they shoot, and keeps that from happening, and then slows the pace of the game down and starts doing what they did in the first, they're going to win this ball game. So it's just going to be a key of that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think also the fact that I think Lindale needs to play defense without fouling a little better too, because they're giving free throws for Palestine. I mean, they took advantage of that. Palestine has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 free throws.
Yeah.
You know how many free throws Lindale has?
None.
0.
Because I don't think any foul. Yeah. There were maybe 2 fouls, I think.
So Palestine's attacking the basket.
Yes.
And
but
going
not
to
attacking
the line.
the players.
Right. So Lindale, they've been settling for jump shots. They're going to need to attack and try to get themselves to the free throw line.
Right.
Because that's where you get those easy ones. And why do you want to go to the free throw line and shoot free throws, Claire?
Because they're free throws.
Because they're free.
It's a free shot. And Lindale is very aggressive, and that's going to be hard for them because that's how they're coached. That's how they do. And you can be aggressive without being aggressive, if that makes sense. And they can do that. I know they can. And I've watched them play in the past. But one of the things I have seen, and I wanted to throw this out here.
Yeah.
Palestine's kind of taken Marley Keith a little bit out.
She's gotten frustrated.
They've frustrated her. They've coached her. They've coached her a little bit. Coach Nichols has kind of played on her. I've seen him do a little pick on her. They've done a pick and roll, made a little shot. So they've been able to manipulate her. She's not scoring as much as they have. Now, she's made a couple of good steals. However, in the transition, Palestine's gotten back and stopped it. So she's not as in the first half as she's known to have been in the past. So I'm anxious to see how Coach Devonshire changes how she does. Are they going to put her in midcourt press like they have been? Are they going to let her go back and play a little bit different? Are they going to make her be as aggressive? Are they going to let her come back? How is that going to be used? Because if her and Hutchins are on their game and not as used as hard, that may be the dynamic that may change the game for the Lindale Lady Eagles.
So it'll be interesting to see the coaching adjustments are always interesting for me.
Right.
At halftime, and we'll get.
And of course, they may not see what we see, and we could be totally wrong. I mean, I'm never wrong. Just ask my daughter to your right, who's giving me the dirty look.
Well.
Or the daughter look.
That could be it, too.
Here we go.
So second half underway here. Lindale starts with the ball, going now towards their bench here as they switch goals. We'll see if the trend continues with the lid being on this basket down here. Is he going to switch again? Three-pointer up, off the mark, a lot of contact. I think it's going to stay with Palestine. It's going to be knocked out of bounds off of theme.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me as well.
Ooh, try to get a little inbound play action there.
Marley Keith almost grabbed that one out of midair.
Ooh, trying to go inside. Good defense there. Deflected away by Lee, and then Keith steals it.
And that was a good turnover by the Lady Eagles.
Keith drives in, and the bucket's good. Nice move there by Marley Keith. And she attacked the basket. What do we talk about?
And I really haven't seen her do that in the first half. She stayed back. They kept her away.
Foul charge to Palestine's number 10, Nala Wiggins. Her second. First team foul
so right
of
off the
quarter.
3 points.
Yep. And a free throw. First free throw, first attack. We just talked about that. And I don't know if they were listening to our broadcast in halftime, but
We got a jump ball. It's going to go to Lindale.
I'm sure Coach Devonshire was saying that to him in the locker room.
I'm sure it was because, you know, we know all.
He made us look smart here.
He did, yeah.
Every once in a while, I can figure out what's going on. Nice look inside. Another pass inside. They attack the basket again and theme that time for 2. Man.
Putting the press on.
Oh, and a steal. And a pass over to Keith. Contact, and the bucket's good.
And they're doing what they need to do. They're not pulling back. They're letting plays develop. They're watching it. They're making the attack.
Let's see who the foul is going to be charged to. Number 3 of Palestine. That's Wika Day. Her second team foul. And the unselfish attacking the basket here in the tough pressure.
And forcing the fouls to come in. They're forcing Palestine to be more in their face.
We're pretty smart, huh, Claire?
I'd say pretty smart.
Hey, it's pretty good.
I know. I've never had her compliment me. I don't know what to do. Or she was actually talking about you, I'm sure.
Maybe so. Keith for the free throw off the mark. Nice rebound off the miss, and it's put back.
That hasn't happened before. Palestine's usually the one that's rebounding on those.
And Abigail Lee with the putback. The lead's now 13 all of a sudden. The Lindale pressure picking up. A steal by Payne. Keith driving, and she's fouled. Oh, 3 seconds in the lane. Okay.
Yeah, you can't park.
You mean you can't put a tent in the lane and camp out, Keith? You can't camp in the lane either.
I'm going to pretend like I know what that is.
Or you can't have any cat on the lane and sit there for 3 seconds.
She wants you to explain what 3 seconds in the lane
and
is.
Attack the basket, Palestine this time.
There you go.
Kira Dennis puts the bucket in, and she's fouled.
A lot of action going on in this quarter.
It's kind of picked up here. Let's see who that foul is on. I wanted to.
Hutchins coming back in the ball game. They're going to take out Theme.
See who they call the foul on. Was it on Theme?
Was it on Pierce?
Couldn't tell.
It was on Lindale.
Well, I know it was on Lindale. Smart Alec. Come on.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Pierce is not even in there.
So no, it was on 12. It was on Abigail Lee, her first. So the free throw no good. Keith attacking the basket.
Take it all the way.
Couldn't finish that time, but I think it's out on Palestine. Yep. It will stay there.
Three-point shot.
Oh, it's good.
That's going to be
Allie Davenport for 3, Keith.
And Nichols has to call a timeout to settle down his team and maybe stop the momentum of the Lindale Lady Eagles.
They're going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 6 minutes left here in the third, and Lindale comes out firing. They're up 27-13 right here on NSN. Back here on NSN, Lindale still intense defense. They picked up full court here. And Keith kind of gets their deflection on it. Ooh, Palestine's just all confused right now. Backcourt violation.
And I actually think that was tipped by Marley Keith. But
those guys didn't see it.
I'm not in the striped shirt today.
Thankfully.
Nor will I ever be.
No, thank you.
That is a thankless job that I will never do.
Tough drive by Payne.
Rebounded by the Lady
Got
Eagles.
it. Keith up for 3. Nope. Off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound. So they picked up by Palestine, and they've got numbers.
Torres.
Oh, rejected by Keith. She hustles back and throws Torres's ball into the wall. Man, I thought that was an easy layup, and that's why you don't quit on the play.
Nope. You go 100% all the way to the whistle. Whistle to whistle. We got a sub coming in. Elise Pierce is coming in for Allie Davenport, and looks like McKenzie is coming in for Abigail Lee.
Lindale getting a lot of girls some playing time today, too.
Well, we talked about that at the beginning.
Oh, nice inbound play there. Is an easy shot for Johnson.
And Palestine doing a little press now.
Pace is picking up. Both teams trying to force the tempo to pick up. And a steal there. Nice job by Johnson to deflection.
And good ball handling by Sydney Hughes.
And Hughes loses it out of bounds, just as you said that, announcer Jinx.
Announcer Jinx. But we did talk about earlier at the beginning of the game is the depth of the bench for Lindale could be a factor in this ball game.
Yeah, they've used a lot of girls. Yeah, nice football pass. Shot short there for Hutchins.
Rebound, follow up.
Ooh. A lot of contact, no call. Ooh, nice look inside. They couldn't find Elise Pierce. And that's a tough spot to be there.
You're going to call a foul.
Yep. Foul charge to number 2, Elise Pierce, her second team foul of the quarter. And Lindale continuing to pick up full court. A run and jump man, they're just jumping and trapping. Ooh.
And Marley Keith is really good at the around the back slapping the ball out of the hands.
She may have done that a few times. You can't ever sleep on what she's doing.
Yeah.
Just ask Torres while ago when she caught her.
3 shot.
Up and off the mark. Nice rebound for Palestine. And kick it back out. Hughes jumper in and out. Keith corrals it and looks to push.
Palestine not following their shots this half. They're making the transition, trying to get back.
Wide open 3 off the mark for Payne, and Palestine rebounds again, and they're going to run again. Oh, nice save, but right to Lindale. Looks like both teams are really content to run up and down the floor.
Yeah, they're pushing it really hard. They're trying to.
Ooh, Keith trying to get it back out to her teammate Payne, and ball's fumbled out of bounds, and it goes to Palestine. I like this. This second half is a lot more intense and up pace. I like this, Keith.
Yeah, they're not at all what we saw in the first half, kind of like what we talked about. You know,
ooh.
Little push there. I think they're going to get that on Hutchins.
Yep.
And no, they called that on Pierce. Number 3.
They say 3 or 32?
No, they called it on number 3, Pierce.
Huh. Okay.
And another foul called, and that's going to be on Marley Keith.
Ooh.
Although she was just standing there.
Foul on Keith, her first.
And I talked about and during halftime, you know, these teams slowing it down, maybe letting plays kind of make out, progress, and then going to attacking the basket. They're just attacking the basket. They're not even letting it go out.
Yeah, no time for that stuff, Keith. They're going straight in there.
You know, I'm all for attacking the basket, but they're not passing it around, letting the play progress.
Something to keep in mind. Lindale has 4 team fouls now, so any more fouls for Lindale will send Palestine to the line. And Johnson's got the ball, and she's attacking.
And with the aggressive nature of both these teams.
Couldn't find anything there for Wiggins, and ball will go back to Lindale.
With the aggressive nature of both these teams, I have a feeling both these teams are going to end up on the line in this second half quickly.
Keith pushes it up. They try to get it inside to Hutchins. Nice move for Hutchins.
And that was beautiful, double teamed.
Point 7 and 8 for Hutchins there. And she's really, really skilled as a freshman. And
that's going to be on Lindale.
That's going to send Johnson to the line.
And is that going to be on Hutchins?
I think that was on 32.
Yep,
McKenzie.
That's going to be on McKenzie.
That's her second. And so, yep, every free throw or every foul now is free throws. And so,
Claire, is there anything that you're seeing that we're not seeing?
Yeah, go ahead and speak up over there.
You can talk.
I can
let
talk.
me tell you,
Are you
she
sure?
can talk.
Are you sure?
No, I'm positive she can talk.
I can talk.
Sometimes I wish. I mean, what? Now what?
I think what he meant to say was sometimes he wished he wouldn't talk. That was what he was going to say.
I think you need to hush. I think the free throws were made on that one?
Yeah, one of two from the line.
Which is the first point in this half for Lindale.
And Palestine rebounds, and there
Palestine,
Johnson goes. She's going coast to coast for the two.
Good job.
Janaea Johnson is going to force Lindale to take a timeout with 2:15 left here in the third, and the pace is up and down, up and down.
Now, Claire, intern Claire,
yes,
give
please.
us your insight.
We want your insight on what you see.
Well, Palestine has put it within 11 points. I'm telling you, this game could go either way. I've seen comebacks like from yesterday with the Hawkins-Douglas game. It really just who has the mentality to put enough baskets in to get this dub.
I like it.
I like it. Told you she could talk.
Yeah, you just gotta
Nudge her a little bit.
nudge her a little bit. It's okay.
There's a lot of buttons on this computer.
Well, she is our producer, so to speak. She's doing the scoreboard and the clock and everything, so
Yeah.
she is doing double duty here.
It's important. It's important.
I said duty.
You said duty.
That's my kid, everybody.
We
I
got
love my kid, but she cracks me up sometimes.
we got a good one here. We thought Lindale was pulling away, and Palestine's has made a little run back. And I think if they can continue to push the pace and get some fouls and get some free throws.
Well, and they've kept it close the entire game. They haven't. They haven't allowed. And, Lindale's tried to make the run, but they haven't allowed Lindale to really get it out of whack, so to speak, if you want to put it that way. But Lindale's tried, not for a lack of trying.
Yep, full court pressure again here for Palestine.
And both teams doing that full court press now.
Oh, ball's loose, and it's gonna be a jump ball there.
That's going to be for Palestine.
Yep. So they're gonna take ball back. Keep looking for an arrow across there, but there's not one.
They're not using those here. They're just trusting the,
So you
the
gotta-
boards.
you
You
gotta-
gotta look up.
Crick in my neck there. Looking up.
You gotta do some work there, Brett.
No. Palestine. Ooh, nice little pick and roll.
And blocked by Hutchins.
As she takes the screen and goes right to the basket. But Lindale had other plans for her.
Yep. Hutchins, man, she quit school because of recess. She don't play. She gets in there.
Claire, did you like that one? That was pretty good.
No,
no,
I
she
did
doesn't
not.
like my joke. She doesn't like my dad jokes, man.
I like
I thought it was pretty good.
them when they're good.
So they're never good.
Oh, nice step in there
steal.
by Hughes. She just stepped in front of the offensive player and took it. And she's going coast to coast. Little floater. Nice move.
That was
Sydney
a
Hughes.
Finger roll there right into the basket for Sydney
Ball
Hughes.
loose,
Oh.
and Palestine with the steal. Nice little fake. Up. Oh, and Hutchins didn't get a piece of it, but she got some influence on it there.
Well, I'm sorry, but when a 6'1" girl steps in front of you and you're not 6'1", that's kind of hard to do.
Oh, that's a
She
travel.
traveled.
Yeah.
She packed a bag and bought a ticket for that one.
Gotta dribble that ball first.
Yeah. Did you like that one? Packed
Yeah.
the bag, bought a ticket. That was good.
Yeah, that's pretty
good.
good.
Yeah, thanks.
You know, I got a lot of travels in 5th grade.
So it looks
I'm
like
sure.
we got a full timeout coming. We'll take it with them.
I'll be thinking of some dad jokes while we're on the break.
Stop. Just stop.
Game's at 9 points, 29-20. Lindale. Be right back here on NSN. Back here on NSN, 1:12 left here in the third. Palestine on a little run here. They've closed it to 9. And Lindale started off the quarter really hot, Keith, and then Palestine's kind of made a run of their own here.
When they've only scored one basket since that big run.
Pick and
in
roll.
the first couple of minutes.
Hughes off the screen with the left hand. Oh, my goodness. A scoop with the left for Hughes.
And the press is working for
Oh, a steal. Layup. Good. That's Day. The lead is 5. So 40 seconds here left in the third. Oh, and that is not a smart foul.
Nope. We're waiting on that. Palestine has done a great job of not fouling.
Now, the good news is it's only Price's first.
And it's
only
40 seconds left in the quarter.
Well, and it's only the third team foul, so it doesn't. They have some fouls to give here.
Right.
Lindale, it's nice passing by Lindale. They're trying to work it around and get an open shot. They got 30 seconds to go. Keith floater in the lane. It's good.
And that's what they've been trying to do the last 3 possessions. They just couldn't get past the press of Palestine.
10 points for Keith. Not you, Keith.
Yeah, I know. It's been confusing. You say my name, like what? Hughes going to drive it again.
Hughes again. Hughes.
She is gone. How many points this
She's got 6 in the quarter, 8 for the game.
Goodness.
And that's going to do it here for the third. We've got a good one going to the fourth here in Palestine as Lindale leads Palestine 31-26. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter on here on NetSN. Back here on the NSN, Brett Swinney, Keith Whibben, and intern Claire here in Palestine. We got a good one here, guys.
A very good one.
Ooh, well, got away with the travel there, and Hutchins has got pressure all over and has turns it over, and Palestine has the ball again.
She must watch LeBron play.
Oh, nice look inside the Johnson from Hughes.
Wow.
Nice pass.
That was wide open.
I love those plays where they're looking the heads up, where they see their teammate open. Oh, nice look.
There it is again.
Oh, point blank shot, Claire. What was that?
Funny shot.
And Keith gets it back and makes the bucket, and she's going to go to the line.
That's Marley, Keith. I didn't suddenly just sub in and go play. It wasn't me. I can barely run to the bathroom, much less run on the court.
Oh, man. I love it.
Got us a good one here in Palestine. She makes the
free throws.
Free throw, that free shot.
So Palestine now trails by 6, 34-28. Johnson drives into the lane, finishes over the top of Hutchins.
So we had Hughes last quarter. Now Johnson's trying to make a name in this quarter.
She's got 7 for the game. Keith drives, floater in the lane, good. It's like every time Palestine does something, Keith kind of has an answer.
Well, most Keiths have an answer. It just has to do with the name.
Do Claire's have an answer?
Claire's just like to talk.
Oh, okay.
Palestine
three up. Bang! With a hand in her face. Nia Wiggins for 3.
That's a heck of a shot.
Oh,
both
my
teams
goodness.
just making it.
Deep pass. Nice pass by Keith. And this time, Hutchins is able to finish.
Both teams playing fantastic basketball today.
Yeah, it's been a great one here.
Especially in this second half.
It's been a great one here in Edison, a feast week.
Feast week.
I'm ready to feast. How about you guys?
Yeah, Keith got a new way mac and cheese recipe. Excited
Yes,
to
I
try
do.
that
I'm
one.
ready to cook that one.
Oh,
Good
nice
pass.
look inside and a good feed, and Dennis is
going
going
to Hutchins, I think.
Yeah, Dennis is going to go to the line for 2.
Waiting on that. No, 25.
25. Yep.
That's Potts.
So Potts picks up the foul, her second. First team foul of the quarter.
That's going to be, Brett, I think that fouls and free throw shots are going to be the deciding factor in this one, as close as as it looks like it's going to be right now. Both teams with 1 foul so far. But as aggressive as these teams are playing, I hate to say the referees may be the one that comes down to. So in these.
So 5-point game here.
Marley kind of keeping it to herself right now.
Yep, she's going to get.
And there's a foul, trying to draw the foul.
Yep.
And I think that's what Devonshire is looking for his team. I'm kind of watching him over there, kind of talking to his players. But I think he's trying to say, keep the ball, especially to Marley, because Marley's a good dribbler and can keep the ball, but draw the foul, because you want him to go to the line.
There we go, setting up.
But force them to slap inside. Force them to go for the ball and get that foul.
Little tip from Palestine. They're going to set up and just kind of they want their shot here.
Yeah. Well, and you're also looking at the fact that you're up by 5, and you're going to drain as much time off the clock right now as you can until you find that shot.
Drive and then into the defense, and Johnson takes it. She's going up. Johnson hesitates and lays it up, and it's good. Janiyah Johnson, and the game is now back to 3.
Devonshire looking for a travel on that one and didn't get it.
She kind of stopped and hesitated, let
She
Keith
did.
go by. And the ball's loose, and another deflection and a foul on Lindale.
Abigail Lee.
That's her second team foul of the quarter for Lindale. Man.
Lydia Payne is going to come in. Allie Davenport is going to take a seat. Theme coming in. And Alyssa Potts is going out. It's going to save some.
Yeah, the pace of this game, they got to get some rest here.
Going to save some fresh legs for later on in the game.
3-pointer up from Palestine. That's Shoes off the mark.
And a good rebound by Hutchins.
Hutchins, she collects it, yeah. Oh, and then Keith turns it over, and Johnson's on the break.
And
Johnson barrels to the basket, off the mark, and rebounded by Day.
Johnson's got some speed, Brett.
3 up, off the mark. That was Wiggins again for 3, and she just couldn't find it that time.
And one thing that I'm not seeing at Hutchins is, as tall as she is, she's not blocking out underneath that basket. Johnson is just shoving her around.
Yeah, you gotta
use that size to maneuver and establish, as my daughter would say, establish dominance underneath that basket.
Full court pressure continues for Palestine. Keith breaks it easily. Nobody stops her. She goes all the way in. Couldn't find the bucket though. Her buddy Theme was able to collect the rebound, and they'll set it back up.
And these refs are letting them get away with a lot of hands, a lot of touching, a lot of pushing on both sides of the ball.
Oh, it could have been a travel there. They let her get away with that one.
She switched pivot feet, didn't she?
I don't know. That should have counted, but Payne will take it for 2. That's a big bucket, 5-point game. And Keith with a steal.
Underneath, and that's a foul on the shot.
Foul, that's going to be on Day. That's her 3rd.
And she meant to do that. I'm not going to lie. She wasn't going for the ball.
No.
She was high-fiving.
So Lydia Payne, the 5'7" senior guard, will go to the line for 2 here. 3:27 left, up 5.
And sometimes, Brett, you just got to foul. That's, you just got to. Just take your chance on the free throw that they can't make the free throw.
Yep. But that time, Payne
Unfortunately,
connects.
that didn't work out in that situation. Johnson switches out with Wiggins for Palestine, goes underneath. Johnson a little bit better rebounder.
Second free throw. Rattles around and goes in.
Now you're up by 7.
7-point lead. Palestine's going to need to get some points on this possession here. Hughes. Ooh. Johnson's going to pull 3. A little long. Rebound by Payne. So 3 minutes to go.
And Lindale slowing it down just a little bit.
Keith for 3 at the top of the key, off the mark. And Palestine looks to run. Ooh, nice look under the basket, but they couldn't connect. Probably should let that go. Wiggins tried to save it, but.
And as you can see, the pace is slowing down by Lindale right now. And they're going to run that clock as much as they can and take off time with that 7-point lead.
You know, Coach, Coach Devonshire wants the ball in Keith's hands right now. Shot good, big shot from the free throw line extended there for Hutchins.
Well, and I'm a little not understanding. Palestine's been playing aggressive defense this entire quarter, but they're not pushing at this time.
They kind of backed off a little bit.
This is when you need to.
Johnson drives. She's fouled. Nice attack by Johnson.
You know, you're going to let them stand there, and then she's just going to literally just turn around and take a shot. And that's the time you need to be playing your aggressive defense.
Foul charge to Felicity Thiem of Lindale, her first. Third team foul of the quarter for the Lady Eagles. Johnson's got 2 shots here. Big ones for Palestine. First one's no good there.
Day and Dennis are set to come in.
It's a big free throw right here, Keith. If you can get a free throw in, set your press up for Palestine so they can kind of put the pressure on, and they are able to do that. As Johnson makes
going out.
So they are going to set up the press. Going to put Day back in. Need a little more pressure on the ball here. Go a little smaller.
Going to give Johnson a little bit of breather. Probably going to put her back in at about a minute.
10 seconds. Nice defense.
And that was a fast 10 seconds. Yeah, that was an extremely fast 10 seconds.
10 milliseconds.
Yeah.
So 1:40 left here. Palestine now trails by 8. Drive in, Hughes. Ooh.
And that one's going to be on Hutchins.
Man, I don't know about that one, Keith.
Yeah. I saw an elbow fly, but it wasn't Hutchins, and that's her third. It's going to be 14 foul.
Yep. It's going to send Sydney Hughes to the line for 2 free throws.
And Devisher's asking, how can she foul when her hands are straight up in the air?
I think he has a point there. I think that was not a foul.
Yeah.
It was a good defense by Hutchins. And sometimes, though, when you attack the basket, you get rewarded sometimes, and that's what happened there. The lead's now 6. Ball's on the ground, and looks like it's going to be
Lindale ball.
Out of bounds. Nice hustle over there on the other side by Dennis.
And Dennis just grabs it. Unfortunately, she was out of bounds when she grabbed it. So minute 25 left in the ball game. And they're going to trap Keith over in that corner.
Oh, that's a tough spot. She got out of it. Good, smart play, and then a turnover. Keith, you're not playing, are you?
I am not.
Because that pass was to you.
Wrong Keith.
Yep.
Wrong Keith. There you go. So Palestine still has signs of life here with 1:15 to go. 2-possession game as it's 6 points.
And if I'm Lindale,
Johnson's going to attack. Here she goes. And, an elbow. Hutchins elbowed her own teammate.
And I think that's going to go on Johnson.
Yep. That'll be
her second.
Yep.
Both teams with 4 fouls. So this could get interesting in the last minute of the ball game.
Yeah, we'll be going to the line here in the last minute. We have 1 minute left here. Keith breaks the pressure. Floater in the lane, off the mark. And she gets her own rebound. Nice hustle.
And they're just going to pull it back. They're going to hold it back.
Palestine needs to get at least foul somebody.
They're going to try to foul her. And the referee's not going to call it. There he goes.
And it's going to be on Brianna Price. It'll be her second foul. It's going to send to the line Allie Davenport, 5'3" senior here. It's got 2 shots, 6-point game. One of these two is a big one here. You've got right now it's a 2-possession game. If you can make one of these be a 3-possession game, and they rattles in.
And Coach Davis is going to back up his players and put them back on defense right now.
And he's saying, don't foul.
Right.
You don't want to stop the clock on this one. You want to let it run.
And that goes out, but you want to just play defense. Keep him in front of you.
Palestine needs something quick.
And a timeout is going to be called by Palestine.
Yeah, Coach Nichols is going to take a timeout. We'll take it with him. 27.9 left here in Palestine. Lindale leads by 7 right here on NSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Back here on NSN. What's your strategy here, Keith? 27 seconds. If you're Coach Nichols, what are you telling your team?
You got to get it underneath, get it in the basket, foul as quick as you can. Stop the clock. I hate to say it, but you got to do it.
You got to get something quick.
Got to get something quick, but they're not doing it. Get it in, get it underneath, get the basket, stop the clock.
Too much time. 3 up. And buries it. Big shot.
But then you got to go foul.
Price hits the 3. And they got a timeout.
I think that Lindale called the timeout this time.
Okay, so we got a 4-point game. That's why that free throw was so important a while ago.
Right.
Because we still have 2 possession. We got a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. Claire, what are you doing right now if you're Lindale?
If I'm Lindale right now, I'm just holding on to the ball.
Who's going to be in the ball in their hands at the end? Who are you giving it to?
I'm giving it to Keith. I mean,
You're going to give it to Keith, this guy?
I wouldn't trust him.
Oh, okay.
But
Marley Keith.
That's
Marley
pretty
Keith.
interesting since Christmas is coming up. I'm just saying.
Okay, Greg.
Oh, yeah. Who's Greg?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think you give the ball to Marley Keith. Let her be the one that goes to the line.
Right.
She's your point guard, your floor general on the floor. Now, if I'm Palestine, I'm going to try to trap the ball and force it out of Keith's hands without a foul quickly if I can. If I can force her to give it up and then foul the next player.
But she's passing it in, so I'm going to foul whoever has it.
Oh, no. Oh, the tricky. Threw the ball out of bounds. Now they've done it out. See, now they're going to try to foul the next person.
Yeah.
And they didn't catch her.
Foul her.
Oh, almost a travel, and the clock's running down.
They waited way too long to make the foul.
So with 2 seconds to go, then they committed the foul. What did you think about the inbounds pass there?
That's an interesting.
So with the rule, if you can run the baseline after a bucket, you can throw the ball in to someone else that's out of bounds, and then she stepped in and took the pass. So what that does is that lets you.
I think they're talking about it right now.
Yeah, because you can, if you have someone guarding her, then immediately they're going to jump over and guard the other inbounder. She's going to be open, and it's great game plan drawn up by Coach Devonshire there. That was a nice play.
Yeah.
So Keith at
Makes
the line. Free throws.
That takes it out. That's the ball game. With 2 seconds left, and they're going to try to make a one.
Close for Johnson, but that's going to do it here in Palestine as Lindale picks up the win, 46-41.
Great game.
Man, what a game, guys.
Wow, very good game.
Man, 3 great games here during Feast Week on NSN, but we're going to take a few days off.
Just a couple.
We'll be actually, of course, we'll have a weekly wrap-up show tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. We'll talk last week's playoff games. 8:30 p.m. live. It's live interactive chat, so join us and chat with us. And then there's something Thursday where we're going to eat a lot of food, maybe sleep.
I think I'm
sleep
watch
coma.
A couple of football games.
Football games might be on. And so we got that. We also there's something going on Friday, Keith. Where are you going to be Friday?
I'm going, and intern Claire is going to come with me. But we're going to head down to the Woodlands area and watch a little playoff high school football, and Iowa Colony and Chapel Hill Bulldogs play, and it's going to be a good one. Round 3 playoff action. And
where can people watch that?
Well, you can watch that on Texan Live, and you can listen to it live on the NetSN YouTube channel.
Okay.
So
and also on NFHS for those that you have an NFHS subscription.
So it'll be on NFHS as well.
So
but you can listen to it for free. You can listen to it for free on our YouTube channel on NetSN.
And you can watch the halftime performance on there. The video will come up for that. So if you want to check out the band, it'll be there. And then you think that's crazy. I'm going to be – we're calling ourselves the Road Warriors this week, my crew. We're going to be going to – we'll be at Rose Stadium for a playoff game at 1:30 p.m. on Friday. All these games that I mentioned will be on NFHS. We'll have Garrison and Cooper, battle of one-loss teams.
Wow.
In a possible matchup with another game that one of our cruises is going to cover is Timpson versus Honeygrove over in Athens.
Right.
The game's at I think 1 p.m. on Friday, and then we're gonna call that game, pack everything up, and hightail it over to Hallsville for another great game for East Texas, as West Rusk and Dangerfield play at 6 p.m. in Hallsville.
Wow. It's a heck of a.
And then on top of that, we have another crew in Lufkin to call the Hominy Eagles. Versus the Newton Eagles, the Battle of Eagles down there. So
all these are going to be great games.
Great games.
On Newton.
You don't like Hominy?
Don't tell. There's somebody who likes Harmony on our cruise.
Yeah, don't. Kyle's not going to like if you're dogging Harmony.
Me and Kyle are best friends. Don't even.
Okay. All right. But we're going to have all this action on Friday. So, again, we'll only have the YouTube audio broadcast on our YouTube channel, but we'll have the links out. If you follow us on Twitter, NetSN_live, you can keep up with everything we have going on. Also, our Facebook page, NetSN Live. So, all this great action this week. It's going to be a packed week. I'm excited to have a couple days off and kind of relax with the family. Hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. Everyone listening. We'll give a shout out to our man Isaiah behind us. Did a great job on camera today. For Keith and Claire, I'm Brett. We're done here in Palestine as Lindale picks up the win, 46-41. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Here at L4 Media, we talk high school football, 4A, 3A, and 2A in Texas. We talk East Texas sports. We talk NFL, guy talk, movie, and booze. We also talk wrestling and so much more. So like and subscribe and check us out.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.